Hi guys, my name is Diego from the Hit Music Studio, and today we're going to talk about purchasing an electric guitar. Now this video is mainly geared towards the beginner or someone who is shopping for a student who is a beginner at guitar, which leads us into our first point, which is price range. We understand that not everyone has the same budget, so it's good to know that while you can start with a very expensive instrument of incredible quality, you don't have to drop $1,000 to get something that is worth playing. Guitars vary between $100 for entry model to thousands of dollars for professional instruments. We're going to list and link specific products that we recommend so you can check those out in the description of this video. Now for a beginner, we'll say that usually $150 to $300 in range will give you an instrument that is decent enough to play and won't break your bank. With that being said, let's keep a few important things in mind. For a beginner, it's important to spend most of your money on the actual guitar, because you can always keep adding accessories like tuner, straps, and amp. All that can be added later. One of the main differences between guitar brands and models is the shape and the size of the neck. This can be tough to get an idea unless you go to a music store and try to play different instruments from multiple brands. Guitars can be a little bit like a shoe. Some just fit better than others. I personally prefer thinner necks that are not very round because in my opinion those are easier to play. Brands that do have thinner necks and are good for beginners are usually Yamaha, Ibanez, and Fender. Another important aspect to avoid is heavy guitars. Most professional guitars are heavy because they produce a deeper tone by having dense or thick wood, but in the lower price points it won't make a big difference in sound. So we think it's better to avoid heavy guitars so the student can have an easier time carrying it and holding the instrument, especially for those that are young, let's say younger than 12. Now the last thing that we're going to talk about is the setup, which is one of the most critical aspects of a guitar. When you buy a guitar that is brand new, especially if it was shipped to you over the mail, oftentimes they're set up with their strings very high off the neck, so there's less of a chance of the neck being damaged during transit. If you're playing a guitar that still has that setup, it can be pretty uncomfortable and very difficult to do certain things like play open chords and melodies. The solution is to take your guitar to a guitar tech for a setup. A guitar tech is a person that specializes in getting the guitar to play its best by adjusting several components in it and lowering the strings to a place where it's easy to play the notes accurately and effortlessly. When shopping on the internet, some stores will even do the setup before they send you the guitar for an extra fee. A guitar setup is usually inexpensive at about $30 to $50, but it will truly ensure that the guitar is in the best shape that it can be for you to start playing it. Lastly, we want to mention to avoid having a Floyd Rose bridge, which means that the bottom part of the strings are movable by a lever called a tremolo arm. This type of bridge makes the guitar harder to tune, especially in inexpensive models. Once again, there are a ton of options out there in terms of guitars that you can buy, but keep in mind that while everyone has different preference, we do want to stress the importance of selecting an instrument that feels comfortable for the student, especially in size, weight, and playability. We hope this video gave you a better idea of what instrument you should purchase, and definitely give us a call if you need any help or have additional questions. See you soon.